We will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good. But we are blessed by Chukwuka Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the wind of a tunnel. It will shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. We behind the nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be revealing. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing grey stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we rise. How the victory was done. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising. I see we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They will know, they will know, they will know. Keep our light shining. The sun is rising. Oh, wave your flag anywhere you are. Keep our light shining. The sun is rising. Oh. Freedom, freedom, yeah. Shine the sun, we are rising.
Barrister Christopher Chidera, a human rights lawyer, has expressed strong disapproval of the Nigerian government's decision to reinitiate the prosecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. He described any attempt to prosecute Mazi Kanu under the Terrorism Prevention, that is the Amendment Act of 2013, as legally indefensible, procedurally improper, and morally unjustifiable. Good afternoon and welcome to Biafra Television Europe. I am Wada Jovista Chichi. If this is your first time of joining us on BTV, you are welcome. This afternoon we are going to look at some disturbing issues going on in Nigeria, particularly in the southeast. We are going to take a look at the impact of the closure of Ogbo Ogwu market by NAFDAC. But before we proceed, let's take IPOB press release of 14th of March 2025. IPOB press release. NAFDAC should return people's goods looted by their officers at Onitsha drug markets. The global and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, wish to draw the attention of the public at the criminal raid by the NAFDAC officers at Onitsha Ogbo Ogwu drug markets at Bridgehead, Onitsha, in the name of searching for fake drugs. NAFDAC officers went to the Onitsha drug market in the middle of the night, blocked all the CCTV cameras in the market, broke into people's shops, and carted away people's goods and branded all the stolen goods fake drugs, and claimed they were burning the fake drugs, which was not burnt anywhere. IPOB condemns the peddlers of fake drugs. At the same time, we condemn the criminal raids by NAFDAC on people's shops in their absence while blackmailing all the traders as dealers of fake drugs. The action of blocking the surveillance cameras with black nylon bags is a criminal act. And in every shop at the market, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control broke into people's stores and shops. The criminal activity by the notorious NAFDAC officers was conducted in the middle of the night. NAFDAC looted people's shops in Onitsha and branded all the drugs they carted away as fake drugs without showing the evidence that the drugs were indeed fake. The question that NAFDAC must answer are: 1. Why the people's shops in the middle of the night in the absence of the owners? 2. Why did NAFDAC criminal officers block the cameras in people's shops in the market while conducting those raids? 3. How did NAFDAC determine whether the drugs they carted away were fake or genuine? 4. Where did NAFDAC deposit all the drugs they claimed were fake? And finally, why did NAFDAC seal the entire drug market, punishing both guilty and the innocent? IPOB does not encourage or support the inimical activities of fake drugs peddlers in Onitsha markets, but NAFDAC must apply citizens' rights, decorum, and professionalism and not act like a rogue agency. The Nigerian government agencies always apply a heavy hand approach at any given opportunity against the Indibo and the carrot approach when dealing with other ethnic groups. NAFDAC should do well to return the genuine goods their rogue staff looted from the owners at Onitsha's Bridgehead Market, Ogbo Ogwu. Fake drugs are like cancer in every society. The efforts to eradicate fake drugs should be everyone's business. The dealers in fake drugs should be arrested and prosecuted as criminals, killers, and enemies of humanity. Fake drugs are lucrative business because of lust for quick wealth and weak regulatory agencies like NAFDAC in Nigeria. Regulatory agencies like NAFDAC should be professional and avoid looting and bribery. NAFDAC should build office in every drug market and must ensure that any medicine imported into the Nigerian market passes through the NAFDAC office in those markets. The action of invading markets in the middle of the night and looting people's shops worth billions of naira when traders are in their home is criminality and must be stopped. Doing so in the name of confiscating fake drugs is not only a rogue operation but unprofessional and can be classified as dubious activity. If Nigeria has a functional judiciary, the traders affected by this NAFDAC looting should take the agency to court and demand repayments and compensations. NAFDAC should join hands with the Anambra State government to relocate the drug markets to new Oba drug markets at Oba and ensure that only licensed and certified drug dealers are allowed into the markets. And this press release was signed by Comrade Ima Powerful, the Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Once again, you are welcome to live program on Biafra Television Europe, and I still remain Wada Jovi Star Chichi as I bring to you the current situation in Nigeria in general and the East in particular. It is unfortunate that the legacy that late Professor Dora Akonyere left in NAFDAC and public health sector is being dragged to the mold by the current dispensation of the agency, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, that is being spearheaded by Professor Majishola Adeyeye. Professor Dora, late Professor Dora Akonyere was the DG of NAFDAC between 2001 and 2008. And she is being referred to as a black woman that reformed the Nigerian's public health sector. Professor Dora Akonyele left this legacy. She even did study of how to tackle substandard drugs and food in Nigerian markets. Professor Dora Akonyere went through threats and intimidations that culminated into uh, assassination attempts on her life. We saw the work, we witnessed her work in the public sector. If Dora Akonyere, during his tenure, confiscates drug in any drug market, whether at Idumota, whether at main market Onitsha, whether at Owerri, Aba, anywhere that they confiscate substandard drugs or foods, cosmetics and related products, you will see them, you will see how they were tested to prove to the general public that these were fake drugs. Sometimes we see where that we dig ground and drop all the confiscated drugs and the ground. Sometimes we see them being burnt. I witnessed them. Most of you, the viewers, witnessed the works of Professor Dora Akonyele. At a time, Professor Dora Akonyele studied and presented a phenomenon which the way to tackle the law breaking and counterfeiting and piracy. I could remember this word pirates and piracy sank into my head during the tenure of Dora Akonyele because there is no newspaper or the daily newspaper, the daily headlines that you will live without coming across the word pirate. That was when these words pirate and piracy and profiteering sank into my head. Once I come across anytime I come across the word piracy or pirates, the what will come to my mind's eye will be Professor Dora Akonyele because she did not take it easy with the pirates. Even at a time, her work made public sectors like pharmaceutical industries who based on marketing, who based on bringing in manufactured drugs from India, from Pakistan to Nigeria. It almost affected them. I know somehow some of the industries then, especially the marketing industries, I know how they panicked those days. The orange drugs, the green field, I know how much they panicked those because she almost closed down or stopped the importation of manufactured drugs because most of the imported manufactured drugs were fake. They were counterfeits. They were all for profiteering, just like the IPOB mentioned in her press release. That drugs, that fake drugs, is all about profit making. Is not about the the health of the people. The producer or the importer or the marketer doesn't care about people's health. It is all about the profits. Professor Dora Akonyele went against these bad and notorious drug abusers because fake drug is a form of drug abuse. Counterfeit is form of drug abuse. She was after the public health. She was after what the public consumes as cosmetics, as foods, and other related products. I remember that when Professor Dora Akonyele was the DG of NAFDAC, that was when pharmacist Imebere was the president of PMGMA. That's the Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. I remember vividly how they moved from one pharmaceutical industry to another. I remember very well. And how they usually visit Obasanjo in Asorok. It is still very, very fresh in my memory. Very, very fresh in my memory because I used to see them move. I used to see them visit many companies. That time, if Dora Akunyere is in Emzo, Pfizer company will be children because Pfizer is next to Emzo. Because they know that once she leaves Pfizer, Emzo, she will come to Pfizer. and she leaves Pfizer to Germany Pharmaceuticals. And once she moves in fact, if until you are certified, the production manager, the quality control manager in pharmaceutical industries, they are never at peace until Dora Akunyere and her team certifies your production department. Dora Akunyere was so resilient in fighting counterfeiting and profiteering. There was no time she closed down all the Idumota drug markets or all the bridgeheads or Ogbo markets. She never did that. What she does with her team was to single out those profiteers and the pirates. She will pick them and she will confiscate their drugs. That was what she does. And she kept fighting on and fighting on. Even at, do you know that at a time, Professor Dara Akunyere, she said that these pirates, he said that sometimes that they represent a daring hero, a daring evil hero, because she was trying to tell the public what counterfeiting is like. She was so caring about her people. She went on studies. She went on book present. She wrote books. Yeah, she even wrote books talking about profiteering, counterfeiting, and piracy. She has a book, and she did all this. She cleaned up the mess in the drug markets and in public health sector. All the drug manufacturing companies, even some, we are so afraid that they began to think of establishing their plants in Nigeria. And the importers, they came after her. The pirates, they came after her. But she was resilient. Until Dora Akunyele died, counterfeiting in drug markets and cosmetics and other related products dropped to its minimum. All right. It dropped to its barest minimum. People were no longer afraid of purchasing drugs in the markets. Those who were producing consumable stuffs can never do that unless you get your NAFDAC number. During the tenure of Professor Dora Akoye, it is not just all about money, because this is a woman I knew very much. And do I say work closely with her? Because then I was in the public health sector. That was why I knew about her. I was then in the health public sector. You see, she cannot just take money and give you NAFDAC number. Never. The products must be tested in the laboratory, and the quality and the genuinity of the product must be certified. But unfortunately, she's gone. and the agency became a mess. You see, when criminals are being recruited in sensitive positions and agencies, woe befalls the society. The criminals today in all the government parastatals, not just in NAFDAC alone. Now tell me, which of government's parastatal that is not corrupt today in Nigeria? Which? Are you talking about security agency? Are you talking about education sector? Are you talking about financial sector? Which we can see what is going on with so many banks. I am not trying to deviate. I will come back to what I was saying about NAFDAC. You can see the criminals that they employ today in Nigerian banks. They are trying to debunk the viral video of a man whose 515 million grew wings and disappeared from his fixed deposit account. It even happened to me. It happened to me in 2021, in 2022 rather. Yeah, I went to I went to purchase an item, and I went to POS to make withdrawal. Fortunately for me, the the POS that I went to wasn't open. That was in the morning. So I proceeded to bank. When I got to bank, I slotted in my card. I just wanted to press the amount that I wanted and just made the withdrawal and go. But no, I was like, okay, let me just check my account first. I checked the account. I was losing 150K, and I was like, how did it happen? When did I collect this money? I went inside. I went to customer care and I said, please, madam, so amount of money was withdrawn from my account. What happened? She said, oh, somebody was using your phone. I said, please, madam, excuse me. For the past 1 year, I've been alone. For the past 1 year, no one visits me. I visited no one. She said, oh, maybe it is your children. I said, please excuse me, madam. And I repeated myself. She said, maybe it's a friend that, she said that what happened was that every day, 10,000 naira was taken away from my account. And how did it happen? Rogues that are being employed in the financial sector, criminals, unqualified and unprofessional employees. There is a friend working in a bank told me that there is no way. You see, when there was this news of you were scammed, scammers took your money from the bank, he told me, he said, look, let me tell you, he said, don't listen to them, that it is the bankers that take customers' money, that there is no way someone who does not have access to your details, to your bank details, will be able to tamper with your accounts or your funds. He told me how they used to steal this money. If money have stayed too long in your accounts, you are neither withdrawing nor depositing, that at a time they will change the address. It is not just something. There's a way he told me that they do it. They will transfer the money from one account to another, from one account to another. And after which they do that, they will close down the account. He said that it is the bankers that steals the money. Now look at the employees or the people we have as agencies in NAFDAC, what they did in Bridgehead Ogbo Ogwu market in Onitsha. Now, do you go for you go to check markets, you carry out the checks. Do you work at night? Do NAFDAC agency work at night? And do Onitsha Ogbo Ogwu markets, did they trade at night? You see the same thing being done by Nigerian security agencies who will go to people's house at night. They will not go to arrest. They will not send arrest warrants, and they will jump through the fence, attack people in their homes, whisk them away, call it arrest. You see, these same people continually rotating in all agencies of the government. And these are the people you have in the public health sector. You want to carry out investigation of counterfeits in the drug markets. You went at night, you cover the cameras, and you began to loot. Now, what am I saying and why I touched the corrupt parastatals of Nigerian government? Check from, I don't want to say head to bottom, from top to down. Check from the Nigerian president, whose primary certificate till this moment is still cannot still be proven. Even the former president, his predecessor, from their primary school to where they claimed they start. No authentic certificate. Now check the IGP. The IG of police. I mean, check them in the custom, in the army, in the educational system. They all do the same thing because they are all rooks. You see, the Bible said when the foundation sorry, I forgot the quotation I want to quote. Once the foundation is destroyed, what could the just man do? If the heads, if the leaders of different arms of government is corrupt, what do you expect from the civil and public servants? What do you expect from them? What do you expect from the people in the lower cadre? The Nigerian judiciary system today is in shambles. no justice for the common man. Now, where will the people of Ogbo Ogwu go to get justice? Even though the Federal High Court sitting in Oka has summoned NAFDAC, the DG, Professor Modishola, and the IG, and also the chief security officer, or yes, as he has, they have summoned them to appear before the courts to explain to them why they should not return, or why the burden should not be placed on them on all the goods they carted away from Ogbo Ogwu. And do you think that these people will obey this court summon? Do you think they will obey this summon? And do you think that people in Ogbo Ogwu Onitsha can get justice? You went to drug markets, you discover some fake drugs, you now close down the whole of the market. And you are fighting counterfeits. You are securing the health of your people. Now that you have closed down this market for about a month now, what do you want the sick to do? Where do the hospitals get their drugs? What will the patients in the hospitals do? Now, this will increase economic hardship, because if a hospital is having, let's say, a dozen of strips of drip, which was purchased, let's say, at a given price of 10 naira per strip, and now the market is closed down, and in this hospital you have more than 20 patients, or you have more than 10 patients, that a patient can consume about 2 bottles of drip in a day. Now, how many patients can get the drip in the hospital, the reserve that they have? Because that's the reserve they have before the market was closed down. And trust our people, all they will do is to escalate the price of the drip so that the highest bidder can just get it. These people that you close down their means of livelihood, their means of income, they have children who go to school, they have family that they feed, even they themselves they feed. And do not forget that there are people who borrow funds to establish business. Now someone who has borrowed funds from bank, running his pharmaceutical business, and you've shut down that market for about 1 month now, what do you think that will be happening between the person and the bank? Before you know it, some people might take, or might begin to consider suicide as their last option. This morning, I saw one video of a woman who jumped in from Third Mainland Bridge into the sea. She was in a vehicle, the vehicle was moving, and she asked the driver to stop, that she wants to ease herself. Those who know 10 mainland bridge know how long, very long bridge. But I was wondering what made the driver to stop, because I wonder why the driver wasn't afraid of stopping on that long bridge. And as the vehicle stopped, the woman quickly jumped into the sea. I'm sure many people must have seen the viral video. Her last option, though the divers tried to rescue her, but from them, what I was hearing from the rescuers was Otiku, Otiku, and Otiku in Yoruba language means she's gone, she's passed away. Now you are fighting counterfeit drugs to rescue the passing away of people caused by pirates. And at the same time, you are inflicting death on the people, on the innocent people, on the genuine business people. Is the DG of NAFDAC telling Nigerians and Easterners that there are no fake drugs in Lagos markets? Is that what she's proving to us? All these backyard drug dealers and food products. I mean, go to Lagos, you see for yourself. They are everywhere. There was a day I entered coconut market. My God, if you see where people were producing pure water, sachet water, oh my God. And you have NAFDAC, who is quick to close down Ogbo Ogwu bridgehead markets. There are so many of them, all of them that is producing bitters this, bitters that. Even the native drugs that they leave unchecked. It is drug markets on Onitsha. That is only the drug markets that you can find counterfeits, causing hardship upon hardship on our people. Why not pick out those drugs that were counterfeits and deal with the dealers? And this morning again, I know so many of you have seen as well that viral video of a woman who was crying that NAFDAC has killed her, or NAFDAC has killed her. That her shop was looted. And this woman, she sells clothes and probably shoes. And some people were asking questions. How did drugs relate to clothes? Now, let me tell those who are asking how they related. That woman's shop was among the shops or the line that were closed down by NAFDAC. The woman is not selling drugs. She deals on clothing, wears, anyway. Now remember that place, that the security agencies has not left that place since the day of the confiscation of the drugs. And remember that the surveillance cameras were being blocked while the looting was on. Now it was an opportunity. So, how can one be asking How do NAFDAC relate to wares? If they had not closed down the line, all the markets, she wouldn't have suffered this loss. Now, when you hear the cries of this woman, what if this woman begin to think suicide? What if this woman is on borrowing? The shop was emptied. So many of you saw it. It was emptied. Now you made these people to go back home. Won't this make criminality to be on increase? Because when someone have nothing to eat, when someone have no hope, and you are a debtor, and those you owe continue to disturb you, children continue crying at home for you, what do you expect the person to do? I'm seizing this opportunity to beckon on the Director General of NAFDAC to yield to the whims and caprices of our people in Ogbo Ogwu Onitsha market, to reopen the market, and also to join hands as they were advised by our true IPOB press release, to join hand with the governor of Anambra State to relocate the drug dealers to Oba. And there is something that I do not understand about Nigerian drug markets and how this NAFDAC operates. You see, it is not that these people will work towards improving the public health sector by making sure that anybody or any person dealing on drugs is licensed. Do you see, in other countries, you cannot just begin to operate or to deal on drugs without being licensed. You must be a pharmacist. You must have a health related, you must be a health related discipline, and you must be licensed for you to deal on drugs. Is the agency working towards that? No. Now they have caused this hardship, they have inflicted this hardship on our people. They have pushed them backwards. They have tampered with their financial income and their means of livelihood. And now, where are those confiscated items or drugs? But at the same time, our people should understand that counterfeits kills. It destroys our health system. You see, I have seen some drugstores that when you check the expiring dates on them, you will see that they clean them and use a different machine to print the expiry dates. You are killing our people. It is not just drugs alone. Any expired food, if you are a food dealer, if you are a drug dealer, always remove the expired products from your stores. There was one day, priest told us this short story. He said he was coming back. He was coming back from America, and alighting at Ikeja Airport, he boarded taxi. Along the airport road, he said he wanted to purchase gala. You see, the guy rushed to him. He showed him the gala. The person said he picked the first one. He looked at it. It was expired. He checked the second one. It was expired. And the priest said to him, "But your gala has expired. Why are you still selling them?" And he said, "Oh, Father, the gala is sweeter, is more delicious when it's expired. It is not laughable. I mean, it is not a joke, but laughable. That how can someone claim that when food expires, it becomes more tasty? Because of hardship and because of the money or because of the capital that the investor invested in his business. You are afraid of losing your capital. That is why you are unable to dispose all the expired products in your shops. When Dora Akunyiri was there, these were the things that Dora Akunyiri was after. She was after expired products, not just counterfeits alone. Our people shall also help our people, because it is not just NAFDAC alone that is inflicting this injury on our people, but also our people. When your drugs expired, there was one drug market store that I entered one day. No, children went to purchase drugs for someone. They brought it and they came to ask me, "Oh, you've been in health public system. What do you think about these drugs?" The first thing, I cited the expired drug. I cited the date it has expired. I say to them, "Return it. Tell the woman to remove this drug from her counter and give you another one that it has expired." They went 3 times and they were all expired. I now went by myself. Do you know what? All the drugs on the counter were expired. And I say to the woman, "What will you think of me if I invite NAFDAC? If I invite NAFDAC now?" She was looking at me. I say to her, "I understand. You are thinking of your capital, but please, for the sake of the health of people in this locality, please, madam, can you empty your counter from these expired drugs?" Our people should try as much as they could to do away with piracy, counterfeiting, and profiteering. And NAFDAC should, as quickly as possible, settle those who do genuine drug and related businesses. They should try as much as they could to see that these people return back to their businesses, and those people affected should try as much as they could, those innocent people, to fight for their fundamental right, because NAFDAC has to pay back what they have cost the various families. And that will take us to other resilient women in Biafra. We want to talk about strong women. You see, we are still, do I say, the post week of International Women celebration. Most of us knew that there are women, Igbo women, Biafra women, who have contributed so much in governmental reforms, even during the pre-colonial era and the colonial era. But some of these women have never been mentioned. They are very strong women. They are women who are self-resilient. These are the women who are very unique in their own ways. These are the women who stand to take strong decisions. They are women of principle. When you talk about a strong woman is not being a strong woman is not being defined by her gender. A strong woman is being defined by her character, by the principles that she applies, and by her determination. You see, when you talk about strong woman, you see the strong women in Nigeria, it is not every man that can stand a strong woman. You see, a strong woman, she will always, they have these values and principles even in challenging situations, and they usually support others. They make things to happen, just like a woman, just like a late Professor Dora Akonyele. But we want to mention these particular women that help to fight governmental reforms during the colonial era. We were told about the Aba Women riots of November 1929. We were told that in the 20s that there was this sharp fall in price in the price markets, most especially in palm oil produce, because this is what our women mostly do those days. And that sharp drop of the price now caused global depression. The women were no longer making profits from their palm produce because of the automatic drop. And we remember how we were told how the colonial masters tried to use warrant ships to begin to impose taxes on our people. Now there was this woman, Wanyeroa, that a census taker went to her compound in Oloko to count the number of married women, their goats, their economic trees. But this woman stood to challenge the taker, and she quickly reported the matter to the women. Now, there were these three women who made sure that women were not being tasked. When we talk about these three women, we talk about Ikonia, Nwanedia, and Mugo. You see, these women, they fought without relenting. The story say that what these women did immediately was to carry out protests as they used to do in pre-colonial era. These three women, I hardly hear their name or their names being mentioned anywhere. You see, when on that day that the Catalonia had their did their celebration, when they were presenting flowers to the cenotaph, these three women came to my mind. And I said, there is no cenotaph for these women. Not just those three women, but other strong women. We were told that in that protest that about 50 women were being killed. 50 women. And I'm sure it must be more than that. And these women are not being remembered anywhere, any day. I don't know. Apart from that time that Onyendu went to Enugu, to that cenotaph, I don't know if there is any, because we were told that these women are from women of Ibibio and the Opobo. Though it started in Oloko village, because that was why these women, they were called the Oloko trio. That was what they are known as. Because these women were so courageous to confront the warrant chiefs that they even insisted that some of them must be changed. I don't know if there are senators in Aba or in any of these areas that these women fought and fought strongly. I don't know. Do you know in the history, technical director, something is going on? Can you rectify? There is too much noise. There is noise. I don't know where the noise is coming from, but the noise is much that is affecting. Well, so much noise is disturbing me here. Well, I don't know where it is coming from. All right. All right. You see, these women, their fight was one of the first major revolts by women in West Africa, in the whole of West Africa. These women refused the warrant chiefs or the colonial masters to subjugate women into tax paying. They stood their ground because they knew that the warrant chiefs has betrayed their people. And these women fought that they are being recognized as the first major revolt women in the whole of West Africa. And what have we done for these women? That is why it is very necessary that history should return to school curriculum. Because if we are being taught history from the primary education, there is no way we must not know these women. And relating these women to our today's women, can we still find such women in our society today? Can we still find such women? The Biafra resilience women. I can still give it to the wife of our leader, Lolo Chechi Okukano. The resilience in that woman, the courage in her, the challenges that she has faced in her marriage because of the struggle for Biafra. I think I will give it to her. She's a rare type that you can find in our society today. She's one woman standing tall in the face of intimidation, in the face of oppression, in the face of persecution. She is standing tall, everly strong, everly courageous. And what are the type of women do we find in our today's struggle? Sometimes I sit back and I begin to wonder what is going wrong with our women. There are some women I will still give it to, though we may think or we may say that some of them have succumbed due to persecution, but we will still give it to them. We will still give it to them. The women who started this struggle from the beginning, and some of them have gone through persecution, some went to prison, came back and continued, some went to prison, came back, and they succumbed. I remember the contributions of Mama Biafra. This is a woman who can travel from Abia State to Imo State to Lagos, to Ebonyi. There is no state holding meetings, talking to women. After Onyendu was kidnapped and brought back to Abuja, she continued going to Abuja to show solidarity with Onyendu until she was picked by the Nigerian DSS. And a woman of that age, they threw her into prison. She was a strong woman. She was a strong woman. There are other women, even girls. There are also women because when we talk about a woman in Africa or not in Nigeria, because I know some other African countries, a woman is a woman. Once you're up to the age of 18, you are a woman. But in Nigeria, when you call a female gender a woman, they'll be like, please, oh, you know, once you're up to the age of 18, you are a woman. Today, we are yet to see one of our sisters, Mrs. Ifedi, who, because of this struggle, both she and her husband are nowhere to be found. What about her children? What about her children? Strong women who stood persecution. It is saddening that some of the women we have today have chosen to deviate from what we are pursuing, and today they do what they call saga. An African woman who forgets that she's an African woman. A Biafran woman who forgets that she's a Biafran. A black woman who sits before the camera and begins to utter vulgar languages, and the men will be applauding them. The men will be applauding them. Instead of our today's women, we support our men to stand like in the days of colonial era. They decide to destroy what they have labored for. If you are in this struggle as a woman, you must be resilient. You must be strong. You must stand blackmails. You must stand persecutions. Because in the face of your taking strong decision, in the face of your challenges, you will be called names. You'll be blackmailed. Some men see the strength of a strong woman as indiscipline. They see the strength of a strong woman as disobedience. And in the face of all this, do not give in to persecutions from your fellow comrades. Because the women of 1929, if they have looked back, they wouldn't have achieved what they achieved. If the wife of our leader, Onyendu, is looking back on blackmails and gainsayers, she won't be where she is today. And where are those people who wanted to destroy her personality? Where are they today? Therefore, you must, as a Biafran woman, learn to be unique. You must learn to apply principles. You must develop thick skin, because they will blackmail you even to the extent of using false evidence against you just to break you down. They use false evidence just to break you down. You must put your feet to the ground, because no society excels without women. No society. And society do not excel just with any type of women. No. Now look at the gap that the absence of Dora Akunyele has created in NAFDAC. We need women who will stand in the gap in the face of persecutions and suppression. Not women, even though these days, men now, they even do the saga more than the women. Because they are ready to fight, to quarrel from day to day. We need women like Ikonaya. We need women like Mugo. We need women like Wanyarenwa. We need women like Dora Konyere. We need them. As a strong woman, you need to have a mentor. Get a mentor for yourself. And also know the people that you listen to. You see, in our language, we say, na ijiji na-enwere onye ndụmọdụ na-eso ozu alakpu ala. You can't be like a housefly that has no advisor. You do whatever you want. You talk however you want to talk. You have no regard for anybody. You have no regard for your leaders. You have no regard for anyone, even for your fellow comrades. A strong woman abụrụ ịchakasị anya na social media. A strong man abụrụ ikwu okwu anyhow on social media. A strong woman is the one who even encourages men even when they are weak. Even when some men will be dropping from this struggle, thinking that there is no more headway, a strong woman will stand. Just like the wife of our leader is still standing. Despite all hurdles, she's standing. These are the women that we look up to, that we expect in this struggle. Today we see what Natasha is doing, though she's fighting her fight as a strong woman. But you know what? How I wish that the fight she's fighting is for Nigerian women. I wish she's fighting it for Nigerian women. But it's just the fight about their pockets. Because this type of fight that she's fighting is a fight that it is a sincere fight that's supposed to bring reformation in the society today because of the harassment that the women are facing in all sectors. A sales girl is facing harassment in the hands of his master. A junior staff is facing harassment in the hands of the managers or the senior staff. Even the senior staff is facing harassment from the CEOs and the chairman. And our people never wanted to talk about it because she's a woman. And that will take us to um, the terrorism in Nigeria. Because why I mentioned Natasha is that, you see, they are just exploiting Senator Natasha. You know, they are exploiting her allegation from the Nigeria's escalating terrorism. Akpabio knows if he's innocent or not. But these are the things we are talking about: polluted and corrupted sectors in Nigeria. They are all corrupt. All of them, from top to bottom. And now, jihad is overtaking Nigeria, and Akpabio, Senator Akpabio and Natasha is being used to shift our attention from the escalating terrorism. Today, Nigeria has risen from number 8 in GTI Global Terrorism Index to number 6. What a promotion! To number 6. Among the top 10 countries, according to GTI, Nigeria ranks number 6. Terrorism in Nigeria is on increase. I don't know how many of us who saw the post made by Harrison Gwamnishi on, I think, about 2 days before. He was talking about the kidnapping or the kidnapped victims that he witnessed their releases in Delta State. He said that those who kidnapped them were all Fulanis. But you know what caught my attention in his post? He said that all he has to tell Nigerians is to get ready for the worst. And this is what Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB has been talking about for years now. And that is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through persecution. That they now want to reinitiate the prosecution of a case that has been ruled by the same court of law. They want to reinitiate it using their Terrorism Act of Amendment of 2013. But you know what? Just like General Commander Mazi China Sanwori said yesterday in his broadcast, he said for now that the IPOB leadership has nothing to say until the 21st day of March that our leader will be in court. All of us are also talking about the judgment of a Nigerian court in Adamawa, where someone that went on self-defense is now being sentenced to death. And Natasha and Senator Akpabio and all the criminals are senators and all talking about it. Rather than distracting Nigerians while the jihads or the jihadists are advancing. They are now everywhere. They continue killing with impunity. Enugu women went on protest because of the menace of Fulani terrorists in Enugu State. When ESN was in Enugu State, it was the traditional rulers and their PGs that petitioned the 82 Division Enugu and the police to help them to remove ESN from Enugu State. And afterwards was their profits. The massacring and the raping and destruction of their farms. That is what they gain in return of sending away ESN from their states. Before Nnamdi Kanu inaugurated ESN, he knew that these people will be there. And from their accounts, that this menace started since 2021. And at its worst, the only child of a widow was killed in Ehamufu, Enugu State. And the Fulani terrorists did terrible things to our women. It is only in Biafra land that we are still having strong resilience to these Fulani terrorists. I think, was it this morning or last night that I saw one post made by Reverend Father Angelo Unebu. He said the Nigerian leaders swore that they will never fight insecurity. A government that promotes insecurity, a government that insecurity terrorizes her citizens, and they aid terrorists. I looked at that post for a very long time. And I was agreeing to it because tell me which state that these Fulani terrorists are not causing mayhem. The day that the Enugu women went on protest in 3 states, more than 30 people were killed by Fulani terrorists. 2 states in the west, and then in Enugu state, I think Oshun and Ogun, and then Enugu state. What Nigerian government do is to keep using the media to distort information. They hold information from people. They refuse to fight insecurity. And the ones in uniform keep harassing our people. We see the videos of what they do to people every day on the road. And I think I saw also the viral video of a woman that they also killed the security men. I think the policeman killed a woman who is doing her, I think her masters or her, yeah, her masters at, is it Ibarem or Oka? I saw that woman, they killed her. She has little 6 children. And those policemen were arrested, but as it is, they are now sweeping the case under the carpet. Where are those policemen that killed the woman? Terrorism at its increase, and the senators are busy sharing money, suspending Natasha for 6 months, ripping her off. I don't know this noise. Her constituency, allowances, and every other thing that they did not give to her when they are not the employee of or the employer of Natasha. They are busy sharing the money. They are busy buying houses in America and Europe. Because by the time the jihadists will conquer Nigeria, they will all run away. But they know that they can never conquer our people. In as much as they are using the political leaders to make the Fulanis to come down to east to settle. Ojus Kanu gave them land in Lokbanta, and today we've seen what is going on. Now the Fulani, what do you call the, what is his name, have been posted to Abia State. Before the former governor of Ebonyi State, what's his name? Before he left, he made sure that the Fulanis settled in Ebonyi State. And the governor of Enugu State, all his Fulanids could come out to say is that the women who were raped, who were harassed, who were maimed, whose children were killed, whose husbands were killed, were being paid to come out for protest. And some human beings are warming up for 2027. Peter B is still busy going from south to west, from north to west. I think today, or was it? I think yesterday, he was there breaking fast with the Alamajiris. They are not seeing what is coming. That these people are already here. Peter Obiara Amayali. I said it last time that Peter Obi will soon join PDP, and what should happening? They are discussing it. And it will be too shameful if Peter Obi should go again to become the vice presidential candidate to Atiku. I don't know why these men are so shameless. The obedient that jumped from obedient to autopilot, and now they have found themselves as recruits for fake news. Recruits for fake news. They want to use fake news to discredit IPOB. All these things, they are doing them just to shift attention from the increase of terrorism that is facing Nigeria today. Tell me any state that these Fulanis are not killing people on daily basis. In Delta, they kill people every day. In Ogun State, they kill every day. In Ibadan, Ilori that is taking over, Ilori is gone. Instead of having Oba in Ilori, you have Emir of Ilori today. And that is what they want to achieve in Biafra land, which cannot happen. Which cannot happen. If the colonial masters cannot subjugate our women, in the past decades, the Fulanis cannot, subjugate a whole nation. When I talk about nation, I'm not talking about Nigeria, because after all, everyone knows that Nigeria is never a nation. I'm talking about the Igbo nation. Because that is the only region that is left for them to conquer. And they are doing all their possible, all they could do, they are doing all their best to achieve it through these stooges called politicians. Ghana, Abia State, the Benjamin Kanu. For some days now, we've not had him. The one that we unseat the governor of Imo State before election comes. Another fourth man on the seat in the making. Another Hope Uzodinma in the making, who will not even purchase the certificate of return, but he will be there as the governor of Abia State, even before the present governor will complete his tenure. These are the stooges that they are using to bring down terrorism in our region. Till today, Peter Mba has never said anything on what is going on in Enugu State. All he did was to send the Nzuzu to Sultan of Sokoto. Shameless, red-capped men. Shameless also men. Shameless people. You went to beg your killers to live in peace with you. And that is where it annoys me when it comes to Christian teachings. That when your enemy will be killing you, you will be asked to be praying with your chaplets. You pray for your killers to repent. Come and force me to pray for terrorists, for a Fulani terrorist who is with guns and bullets to repent. Why he will kill me, and because he killed me, I will go to heaven. And the shameless Ogbo Ogwu men went to Enugu. Went to Sokoto to plead for your killers to live in peace with you. Shameless men. The Ohanese and Igbo asking for 10 trillion. They are not seeing this increase of terrorism. They are not seeing this jihad coming. They are not seeing it. After they have made noise, that little noise, IBB has reviewed it. Where are they? Are they pursuing anything again? They are waiting for 10 billion or 10 trillion. And imagine now the Kanu is languishing in the face of persecution. No matter what they want to use to distract us, no matter the agencies they want to use to shift our attention or to exploit us, we can never be carried away. We can never be carried away. I'm afraid that the way P2B is going, he is ready to subjugate his people for him to become the president of Nigeria that he can never be in the next 50 decades. He can never be. Running from one party to another cannot save him. Dining and whining with all the alamajiris cannot give him president. Peter Obi should recount his steps. Our people must come together to fight this terrorism. The government security agencies, of course, we know that they are terrorists in uniform. You see, there is something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that every day it remains in my memory. He said that, do we know that even the Nigerian government did not believe in Nigeria? He asked us, if Buhari believed in Nigeria, or if any politician believe in Nigeria, why are they taking away our resources and funds to establish in another country? That if they believe in Nigeria, all they will do is to be developing Nigeria. That broadcast never leaves my mind. Because it is true. If Nigerian security agencies believe in Nigeria, why would they allow terrorists to invade Nigeria and kill Nigerians? Just like what happened in Adamawa. A farmer was attacked by a foreigner, by an invader. Now he has to die for it. If these people believe in Nigeria, why are they pardoning the terrorists, calling them repentants? Why? Aiding them, promoting them. If these people believe in Nigeria, because they don't believe. But our own is because we say it out and we fight it. Tell me, is it possible for a man to build a house and just pull it down after building the house? So, if Nigerian government and her agencies believe in Nigeria as a country, what they will do is to build this country. If they believe, Akpabio would have stepped down until the investigation about Senator Natasha's allegation is completed. If Tinubu believed in Nigeria, he wouldn't have become Nigeria's president because he knew that he has nothing for Nigeria. He knew that. All they are there is looting after looting. Looting the looted, the returned loot. Developing other countries. Sending their children abroad. Nigerian government did not believe in Nigeria. And that is why IPOB will continue to agitate for freedom until this project of freedom is achieved. We need strong women, we need strong men to achieve Biafra struggle. And before I'll be bringing today's program to conclusion, I still want to talk about disinformation. Our GCO, yeah, he talked about it yesterday, though briefly. If we can only understand how an organization is being discredited because of malinformation, all of us would have been at alert. Ị ga-amụrụ anya dịka azụ. How can you, anywhere you see information, you carry? Anywhere you see information, you carry. Now, remember that we are still attacking BBC because of the dissemination of information they did against Biafrans during the genocidal war. Now, most of us carry that news not because they do it intentionally. No, they do not know. But you know what? Ignorance of the law is never an excuse. Before you share any information, try to first of all check the source of that information. If possible, go back to the wall of the person or to the profile of the person. Check the activities of that person. First of all, check the activities of, because if you say the activities of people disseminating fake false information, you will know. There are some information I will see if it is on X or Facebook or TikTok. I'll quickly go to that person's, or I'll go through the person's wall, check the activities of that person. Now you check the link. When you see a fake link, you will know. And if you do not know, click on that link. Don't just, because some people is that once they see the link, they will think that it is real and they share. No. Click on that link, but be careful. Be careful. In order not to attract virus. Because those most of those links that you see them attaching to their fake news or fake information, most of them are virus. When you click on them, they will attack your account. Now, when you click on the link, and if the link is not genuine, you will know. Because when you click on the link that carries that information, you will see that what you see when you open that link is different from the body of the information that they gave out. If it is on WhatsApp group, because most of this information, they quickly push it out from WhatsApp group, and once you see it on WhatsApp group, you feel that, oh, it is true. There was a time in one WhatsApp group that I belong to, whenever I see some news there, whether it is from X or from any, irrespective of who put down that information, I will quickly go to fact check. And once I discover that it is fake information, I will call the admin. Admin, please see this information here. It is fake, remove it. But at a time, at the time, people will begin to think that you do, I too know. Sometimes I keep calm. Sometimes I tell some people, please don't give out this information. It is fake. Because once I see information, I quickly go out for fact check, no matter who is pushing out the information. Now, if we characterize this struggle with this information, the global media will take us for a joke. They will take us for a joke. Even some content creators who refuse to talk about terrorism, who refuse to talk about the persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are already writing epistles about the fake information emanating from IPOB when they knew that those fake information were not coming from IPOB. They know, it's not that they don't know, but just all in the name of blackmailing IPOB. If you see them, their fingers are so fast on their keyboard. But these are the people who can never speak about the rape of the women in Enugu State, about the killings in Ebonyi State. about the killing of the only child, not just only son, but only child of a widow who is in Esut. They refuse to write about it. They refuse to talk about it. But today, they are quick. Their fingers are very sharp on their keyboards about disseminating of information from IPOB. These are the same people who supported auto criminals, and they knew that this fake information were coming from their fellow auto criminals because their master trained them with fake news. Now all the pictures of their masters have disappeared from everywhere. You can't find this picture on social media. Now, do you wonder why you get more than 500 new friend requests with the picture of with the profile picture of Onyendu? But when you go through comment sections, that you know that these are Biafrans commenting, you can't see them with that profile picture. But every day on daily basis, you get more than 500 new friend requests using the profile picture of Onyendu. Why are you not asking who are those people? Our prodigal daughters and sons that are tired of auto criminality. They are now using the profile picture of Onyendu. Now, when they want to commit that their evil, when they want to commit their criminality, they will wear that profile picture. They will use their account with that profile picture to dish out the false information to portray that this is being done by IPOB. That's why I ask you, when you see such, go and click on their profile. Check them. Because even when they use that profile picture, when you check their activities, their activities will reveal to you whom exactly they are. Now, they want to discredit the struggle. And the way that we style this their information, when you see it, you will not doubt it. But that is for little minds, because I mean, even there is no credible mind that we see some false information, like when they use AI to say that President Trump said when he did not say. I mean, when you see AI video, I mean, can't you in your right senses determine that this is AI? You begin to share. And when you see the one that is written or picture, like that one that they say that Abaribe disrupted the Senate with placard. Don't you know Abaribe? Don't you know what is placard? The initial pictures they put out, the Abaribe was not there. When they feel that people will begin to suspect, they quickly insert the picture where Abaribe was holding the book, his book that he launched. Now that book in his hand, does it appear in your eyes, even when me that is using this Google, this lens, even when I remove it, is that book in his hand resembles placard? And which newspaper? How can something like that happen and no newspaper will carry it? No Nigerian daily carry it, and you quickly push it out, and you are celebrating, you are jumping. Anything they tell you, you can't reason. You can't reason. When an issue was being raised in the house about somebody, when somebody raised the issue of self-determination, we saw the video, we saw how it happened. Even when the Senate refused to replay it, when the House refused to replay it, but we saw it. I mean, I don't know how somebody who has been, going through the University of Radio Biafra cannot be able to design. I used to wonder. You listen to Radio Biafra, you listen to Biafra television, you read everything that we put out every day, and you see fake information, and you not be able to say no, this cannot. At least put calls across. Ask one or two persons. Please, I see this information. Is it true? There are one or two persons you can reach out. Some of you, you have our contacts. Put call across and ask. If it is in your WhatsApp group, tag the person that dropped it and ask the person, where did you get this info? Then you hear, now we only told him. Tell him to call the person told you. No one only told you. It's na WhatsApp group and then circulate. All in the name of destroying and blackmailing this struggle, which is unstoppable. Now it is their new system, but according to people that use lands, they will say, nke a bụ ofe nkupu. What have they not done to discredit Biafran struggle? And now we want to help them. We want to help them to destroy what we are doing. Is it not shameful? If you see some information, please ask questions. And some of our comrades, some of our writers, I want to beg you, you should be able to allow your inboxes to be accessible. When you see some information, you can inbox some of our writers, you know them. You know our writers, family writers, Chika Austin, Elo Chuku, Emeka Gift. You can even inbox Mazi Chinasa, ask him, please sir, I saw this information, is it true? Before you dish it out. Don't help evil people, don't help criminals to kill this struggle. Because there is nothing they cannot do to make sure that this struggle is dropped. But it's unfortunate. It has taken millions of lives. Still taking thousands of lives. We can't just abandon it like that. We can't just let go. The justice must be done, and the justice is nothing but the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the referendum for Biafra. And that is all they must do. And at this point, I want to bring this program to an end, as I thank all the viewers who stayed with us and who keep this struggle going. As you continue to enjoy your Sunday, I still remain Wada Juvista Chichi. See you some other time.
Watch it now. Watch me far away, see me far away. Shabada, tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, you go learn to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of over than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I know. Ohaneze Ndibo, how na day? I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes clear about una way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you dey. So some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you dey, you go talk say you know dey. I need to understand why this one about. I need to understand why this truth apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaints. Watch me far away. Watch me far away. See me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Oh, make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, oh, you go learn to pretend. Oh, do not run away. Kind of over than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I know. Samara, cha cha cha, kick chakaro, boomba. I come back again to tell people say, now here we dey, we don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're living big, but no arrange. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at Islam is killing innocent Christians every day. It's depending me, yo. It's depending me, yo. It's depending me, yo. Chukwu di kobiama, Bateranya se maka, Bateranya se maka. I know ginaka, che. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I know. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mohamadike one, Biafra nile, anyisi gaba niru, onyaka ya docha, weli feneme, onye nna ya neju n'oyi nechukwu kwa mawaja. You are whiter than snow, okwu onyinye chukwu ezosika osiki ohamadike no secret trial prophet Yahweh's young osiki ohamadike osiki jisike Mazus ejike kole osiki one day buje bije sikwa no weli feneme o weli fenafia o weli fenako ezi one Victor Chimezie Okorochukwu Igbo Network Television London Osiki jisike na hakwụ gị n'azụ ụmụ Biafra niile nke dị n'ụwa asị gị gaba n'iru no secret trial no secret trial no secret trial no secret trial watch me far away see me far away tell me what you saw I will show you what I have because I have myself. Oh, then think say na defense. Oh, make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, oh, you go learn to pretend. Oh, do not run away. Find us over oh. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I thought. That is why I say.